Women deal with periods, pregnancy, menopause. What the fuck do men deal with? Men deal with pressure to provide, zero emotional support, silent depression, expectation to man up, judged by money, status, hate, no sympathy when we break down. Just because it's invisible doesn't mean it's easy. Okay, women deal with pressure to be housewives. Oh my god, yeah, it's so comparable. Because it's so comparable, you have to deal, with the pressure of like sustaining an entire family. It's so comparable to be like a housewife in 2025 where you cannot get even a job to put the fries on the bag. So, yeah, it's so easy. It's so easily comparable, both of them. Treated as dumb for having emotions. No, we are actually treated as a dumb for having emotions when you're stupid enough to let your emotions get the best of you. We have brain cells just like men do, so why do you need to let all your emotions talk before your consciousness? I know we are more emotional, but it's not. This is not an excuse to let this overcome actually your intelligence. Your actual intelligence. So yeah, no. Mental health and loneliness ignored in favor of men. Loneliness epidemic, as if women don't have it too. Of course, everyone has it. There is no gender-specific problem in this regards, but come on, you're not ignored because of men loneliness. Come on, this is disgusting. Expectations to look good all the time, judged by the same things. Judged by same things. What does that mean? Did any of you dare know? What does... I have no idea. No offense, but you sound like a woman. Zero emotional support? Isn't that what friends are for? Does the universe know of our existence? Pressure to provide is no longer a male issue. I think she's out of reality, right? She's out of reality because, this part that she's saying here, this is the part that the feminism did it done for, for actually, because feminists talk about equality and all of this bullshit. So, a man shouldn't have to have this pressure already to be providing if we live in a feminist world, After all, both are equal, both are empowered because they're equal. So both doesn't have the pressure to provide anymore, because women can work for themselves, they are independent, and man doesn't need to hold that patriarchal values anymore. So yeah, everyone that has two brain cells knows that this part of the agreement doesn't exist. This part for men never existed. Yeah, but they will keep pretending it does. So, you don't have to provide. Yeah, try it. Try being a man and not providing. I bet that is so much fun. There is no pressure at all, of course. Your parents will not kick you out of house because you're not doing anything, and stuff like that. Like, look at me, for example. I at my 20s in my parents' house. I bet if I were a man, I would be kicked out to pay my own rent and stuff like that. I probably would be something like that. Or I would probably feel pressured myself to do such a thing. Society would be pressuring me to do that. Probably it's like I've heard so much people talking about that already. It's insane. But yeah, let's keep going. Such a down shame that you oppose everyone who wants to change all of this. But no, woke and DAI are the problem, not your own toxic culture. Yep. Men barely have barely have the obligation to provide this. Oh my god. To obligation to provide these days, and men are the only ones that feel like that depression should be silent. Yeah, let's see this one. Right here. By in Minecraft profile pictures, Noe. Young adults, 20s, occasionally NSFW. Jokes stop. I originally made this account for the Minecraft mob vote. Makes me wonder and think many stuff already, but yeah, let's keep going. Imagine the pressure to be a housewife. Remember, this is the one who said this. Pressure to be housewives treated as them for having emotions, blah 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 blah. Imagine the pressure to be a housewife as being something difficult you have to deal with. Don't have a job, just have to keep the house in order. No critical thinking, like the bare minimum. Women who work do this too. Okay, your opinion on house husband then? Because I see those being ashamed, being called lazy fox that want to leech off a woman's wealth and career. Is leaving her in her job or something. Who does that? It doesn't happen. It doesn't seem. Are you guys living are you guys fucking living in the same world that we are all living, the same reality of 2025? This doesn't happen. I never saw such a thing. Huh? I never saw such a thing. What the fuck are you talking about? Where's the equity here? That's right, it was getting more without sacrifice. In one breath, you say pressure to be a housewife. In the next, you say women are judged over money and status. Oh yeah, man. What you say, right? What you say, man. Expected to look good. That's the pressure on women. By women and media commercials that lures women into thinking this is what I lust look like. Natural is always best, as some woman without makeup looks like another person compared to having makeup. Come on, some makeup doesn't do any harm, but people will actually change faces nowadays using makeup. There is degrading yourself, you know. I mean, of course you maybe look pretty and etc. I know that, but I mean, all the chemicals in your face, you better expect to have some damage from that in future. You can count on that, okay? You can count on that. Did you guys, and my 1.8% now female viewers, did you actually try to take a look in that very small characters, very small, very small words at the back of those products? There's a lot of heavy metals and dangerous chemicals on them. And the lipsticks are the worst, in my opinion. I don't know, man. I will try to use the least possible. It's what I do, and I don't use them. It's insane. It's so freaking insane. Do you realize it's extremely common for women to have mental health groups, and that common therapy is much more beneficial to women than men, correct? Also, women definitely don't have a widespread pressure to be more based. The pressure women face to be housewives is driven by the pressure men face to be providers. Most men would be more than willing to date a career-focused woman, but most women won't even look at a man who wants to be a house husband. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's probably true. I mean, you see, for example, you often see like men that are like, I wouldn't say rich, but in a very good economic situation, very stable, with a house already, car, things that are already, if you have already, you can be considered rich because people are not owning anymore, right? So you see this man, and they don't have any problem, much decorated, they don't even care about that, to go, over a woman, you know, that is working, literally putting the fries on the bag, you know, on the McDonald's or whatever, they don't have a problem with that. They don't care. They don't give a shit about it. They would fall in love with them, and it doesn't matter, you know. But try to flip the situation. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen, you know. I don't know what kind of brainwashing. And you guys may say, oh, because women are just looking always for the welfare and etc. I'm not saying that this is not true, okay? But women or society conditioned it was intentional. It conditioned women to be more like too much more like that nowadays. Because again, in the past, people don't easily, you know, if you look for like I don't know if in level of grandparents in my kids maybe like my I don't know how to say in English, my grandparents, like when they are father, mother of your grandparents, I don't know. But yeah, probably it was in that age. People don't even like. I would talk about people meeting themselves like man and woman and starting having a family when both of them had actually nothing. It was very common, and they built everything together. The woman inside the house taking care of things. Some was already working at that time. Not many. It's just a bit of them. In things that women use it to work, like as teachers or you know things like that. Outside of that, they would just be housewives. But yeah, they were used to do stuff like that, and the man like starting to save for buying a house or something like that, which it wasn't that expensive as well, you know. And everything was working just fine, and they used to love each other without having much, without wanting much, you know. Because again, it's also a reflex of a society that became too much like focus it on dopamine, on wanting things, material things that we have nowadays that we don't use it had in the past. People were just worried with having, you know, a house and food, and they were happy and would party and do social stuff, and that's it. Now they want to own things, many things that we have nowadays that was created by technology and etc. that we didn't have in the past. So these things require a lot of money, and people became too much like materialist because of that nowadays. And of course, this difficult relation between man and woman, because women will look for partners that have these conditions to buy all this materialist stuff that they are used to have now. We are used to have now. There's this aspect as well, but it's not only that. It's like I was saying, like it was also very common that time for a man to actually marry a woman and not even liking her. They didn't even like. Probably the guy liked her enough, but probably she wasn't into him. But they started a family anyway, and they started to get to it because again, love is a choice. Love is a choice. Love, it's not the chemicals and the cozy your tummy that you feel like. That's passion, and that's temporary. That's all chemicals. Love is a choice. So these people, they don't use it to love each other at first sight. The man probably felt like desire, like for the body, or you know, to possess that woman, and that woman actually felt nothing most of the times. But that time was simple as that. You just grabbed a person and married with her. You asked for the parents' permission. If the parents allowed, you married her, and etc. And you both start to love and respect each other within time and get to know each other and end up like in a relationship like 40, 50, 60 years together, you know, in love. Like it used to work well. Why? When do you then society decide that we have to be happy 24/7? You know? It's insane. It's insane. Life is not only made by happiness, you know? Or even our own nature, our own biology doesn't allow us to be happy the entire time the entire year, you know? It's insane how can people think that? How they were brainwashed. And this, again, this is mostly women that also in that regards. I'm with a partner, I'm not happy with him, I will just kick him out and grab another one because I must be happy. This was the thing that was most sold on the 21st century. 21st century, I don't know if I said right, but yeah, the dopamine. But it's not only for women but for men as well, both of us. But you know, we are more easily manipulated by feelings because yeah, we have strong feelings than men, and etc, etc, etc. So we are more easily manipulated. That's why I still believe that the way that you avoid being brainwashed the most efficiently, it's not to give your ear in the first place. Now, if you're an addicted, let's suppose you're addicted to beer, and you want to stop drinking beer, okay? How do you gonna even stop drinking beer if there's always beer on your fridge? Huh? You will never stop being addicted. You'll never stop drinking because it's always there for you. You know, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Now, it's amazing. Let's continue. Oh, that's fine. A man just get conscripted and sent off to unalivement. Do the majority of all high-risk jobs are expected to do all the hard labor, etc. Oh, flagged. Oh, no. Cancer survivor. Okay, I will not talk about this. I don't know if it's true or not, but we all know that these people tend to collect diseases on bio. You know, they love this. Trans women, supporter of LGBTQ+ and women's rights. Okay, let's continue. If you do money, status, and the looks, the relationships become transactional. It's damn near impossible to find a real relationship dating people for wait, the relationships become transactional. Yeah, this is true, okay? He's not lying here. This is true. If you do money, status, and the looks, the relationships become transactional. What he's trying to say is the following, like, when you already have, and this is why it's also important, like, this is why it's so important, you get to know the person before you have nothing. If you're a man and you find a girl that is into you and you have a relation, and she keeps be faithful to you and, you know, and being together with you for many years, you know, you should cherish this person for life. And I'm not saying that you guys don't, but I'm just reinforcing it. I know most of you probably do or would do such a thing, but if you have one like this. But at the moment that you own stuff, like for example, you, majority of you guys here are around the 30s and 50s in my audience. So you guys already own stuff like house, car. You already have more or less a stable life. Some don't because the word is fucked up. It's comprehensible. Not feel bad about it as well. But I mean, it should be the common way, right? So I'm suppose most of you there, it's like that here. I bet it's way more difficult for you to have a partner now that will actually love you, because the woman that will many times accept you to having a relationship, that will be interested on you, they will probably be interested in you because you own stuff already, you know? And maybe it's not because of that, but you always think automatically that's because of that, because the world became so materialist like this. So he's not wrong in saying that. Let's continue. The relationships become transactional. Yeah, he's right here. It's damn near impossible to find a real relationship dating people for being then, not money. Yes, that's why the best time for you to find a relationship, it's when you still don't own nothing. Because if that person is with you when you own nothing, then that person really loves you, you know? Because there is no other reason. There is no other reason why that person would be if she doesn't love you if you don't have nothing, you know? It's the best, like one of the best proofs that you could have that the person really loves you. But when you own stuff, you will be always in doubt. Oh, it's because there are things I conquered. It's because of what I have. You know, even though it might not be true. But yeah, but the truth is that will be very like, it's high likely that it will be the truth, you know? She's probably with you because about what you own, because you attract more women because you own stuff now. It will be most easy for you to engage in a relationship because now you own stuff and they will be interested in that, you know? So we will never know. It will be complicated, you know? It's complicated. And the best way you would like... One thing you can do if you want to meet a person, you meet a new person, you gotta pretend you don't have anything, you know? Pretend that you don't own a car, don't go like a piece of trash to the meeting as well, but like just go with normal clothes. Don't try to be too elegant to show brands and etc. Don't go with your card if you have one. Fake that you don't have card, you don't own house or anything like that, you know? Of course, it would be way more hard for you to hook up. If you're interested in hook up, just in hook up, but not in relations. Then you show house, show everything just to get laid. Of course, one would do that. I don't think this is such a thing that you should be doing. You know, this is abhorrent, but it's your choice if you want to do that. But if you want to have a relationship, don't show anything. Show nothing. But show that you're interested in, that you have plans, that you you know, that you actually is focused on future. If the person, of course, you will be rejected way more times because again, all the people that are interested in materialistic stuff, they will go away, you know. But you eventually will find someone that is not, you know. Of course, it's not the only reason, okay? There are other few reasons that we should discuss here. For example, emotional attachment, emotional dependence, like a woman that might be feeling lonely by, you know, not actually because she cannot get laid, but because she cannot, like, she doesn't have anyone emotionally attached to her. So she's dependent. So she might just be attached to you for emotional dependence, just to have an emotional dump, you know, and stuff like that, and not actually loving you, even though you own nothing. But she's so despaired, like, to have someone to, you know, to overflow those feelings, that she will be willing to accept anyone because she's desperate. So there is this type as well. It's less likely you're gonna find this, but it will happen. It can happen. So you have to consider that as well. But chances are that if a woman will be with you if you own nothing, she probably loves you, okay? Or she have high expectations on you for future. She saw like potential in you for the future to own stuff in future, you know, stuff like that. She might not, you might not own stuff, but she sees that, you have energy, you are smart, and you have good plans for the future, and etc. And she gonna make a bet on it, you know, more likely. Yeah, it's not the best scenario too, but it's way better than a woman that will only be with you when you already own stuff. This is the worst type possible you could get. But yeah, I think we had enough. Let's look this meme. Pretty sure she didn't have to look pretty like ever. Yeah. Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, for the incredible support to my work here on YouTube. And especially my three-tailed fox Taiashi members, Wani Wolf, Fenny Sylvy, Heath Rowell, Zalost, Zalost, Taiashi, SuccubusBait, and Mr. and your Eaton. Thank you very, very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to everyone who donated to me through Tron and to all of my YouTube members. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon, link is in the description below. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you guys liked this video. Like, comment, subscribe, links below. I see you on my ArcticFox links in the next one. Support me so I live my lovely country. Bye bye. And that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. じゃあまたね